All right, example 2 for lesson 2.4. We have a bolt of fabric, that just means a chunk of fabric, that is measured 1,380 inches in length. The seamstress wants to cut it into 16 equal pieces for her students. How long will each piece be? So our question is, of course, we are dividing into pieces of, so division, and we're doing 1,380 divided by 16. So rewrite this problem the way we do. I'll do it over here. 1,380 divided by 16. Now, same thing as we were doing in the first example. We're going to start with our 16 and see what it goes into. Does 16 go into 1? No, 16 does not go into 1. If I have 1 cookie, I can't have 16 of them. Does 16 go into 13? No. Well, no. 16. If I have 13 cookies, I still can't have 16 of them. Does 16 go into 138? Well, yes. The question is how many times? And the answer to that is 8 in this case, which I would get by counting by 16s, or counting by 32s if I could, but it goes in there 8 times. Eight times 16 is 128, because we can't get any closer than 128 to 138. Now we subtract. 8 minus 8, 0. 3 minus 2 is 1. Notice it's just a little bit longer, so we have a 3-digit number here instead of just a 2-digit number. That's the only difference really here. We have a 3-digit number instead of a 2-digit number, and everything else is pretty much exactly the same. Now, as I said before, oops, I forgot to put the thing down. Do that real quick. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, repeat. So 16 into 138 was divide. 8 times 16 is multiply. 138 minus 128 is subtract. And now we're at bring down. Bring down our 0. And now we have 100 down here. And we are at repeat. So we need to start over, and I'm going to use the green this time. How many times does 16 go into 100? If I count by 16, 16, 32, 48, etc. Ooh, 48 is a good number. 2 48s is 96, but almost 100. And so that would be 2 48s is 3 16s, which means that, or 6 16s, so can't get any closer to 100 than 96 by counting by 16s. So 16 into 100 is 6. 6 times 16 is, as I said a minute ago, 96. And I'm doing that over here on underneath the zeros, not underneath 100, because I'm doing 16 into 100. So this is going to go under the 100. The place value is not under the... It won't be 960. I'll tell you that. And now we subtract. 100 minus 96 is 4. And that is my remainder. Now, 86 and remainder 4. Or, because we're dealing with a length of fabric, I'm not going to just leave 4 inches stranded off nowhere. I'm going to write it over as a fraction. So instead of 86 remainder 4, I'm going to write it 86 and 4 16ths. Now 4 16ths is not the prettiest of fractions in the world, but there is one much better. If I divide both top and bottom by 4, reducing fractions, it should be reviewed, but we'll go over it in a couple weeks anyway. I end up with 1/4. So each student gets 86 and 1/4 inches of fabric. Again, divide 16 into 138. Multiply. 8 times 16 is 128. Subtract. Get 100. Bring down, or get 10. Bring down the 0 and back up to divide. 16 into 100 is 6. 6 times 16 is 96. Subtract, and I get 4 for my remainder.